Welcome. I'm here today with May Flom, and May has a really fun technique with using your leftover kind of paper after you're done cutting with it. And May, so explain to me how you use ScanNCut for this technique.
Well, for this technique, what I did was I used a scrap of paper and I just put 3 different shapes onto it that I could use as a stencil. So Liz, if you would go ahead and get this cutting for me.
Perfect. Let me press, cut, and start. And while this is cutting, May, I did notice that you have your picture here on your layout, but then you also have on the same picture, it looks like, printed here. Did you scan this with a ScanNCut and then print it out?
You know what, I did. This is a photo that my friend gave to me, and what I was able to do is the scanner, you know, it has the 300 DPI, so it's really high quality. So I was able to scan it in, and that way I didn't have to use the original or be worried about, I always get worried about having a copy of it. So that way I always have my digital copy that I put onto the USB.
So you just put it on your USB, and after you scanned it, well, you were ready to go.
Right.
Great. Well, let me take this out for you.
I'm a really big fan of working with scraps and not letting things go to waste. And I like to try to get stuff used right away as well. So I do keep little scraps like this. If you might think, sometimes you find a use for it that's a bigger use, but with this ScanNCut, it's really changed my entire crafting system, because instead of having to make things sit around, I can actually get them used right away, because this, I can get shapes cut, or like this, we can make stencils. And I'll show you how. I couldn't find a pattern paper that I really liked for this layout, and all of a sudden I thought, oh, well, you know what? I had started cutting out the shapes, and then I thought, you know what? This would be great if I took this scrap and made myself a stencil and painted myself my own background. So you would just need any paint, and you would do this directly onto your background. And this is so much fun for me, because
awesome.
I get messy, I get my messy art time, but I'm using up scraps. And if you're using something like cardstock that is sturdy, you can keep reusing it. And I just did the first 3 there randomly, but then I can go in and add more.
And it doesn't have to be perfect.
It doesn't have to be perfect. You can just go in and see what it looks like, what you like. If it's close, you could have it go off of the edge. You could change the angles. You could do different colors. And it's all, I mean, you've made your own stencil with just a scrap that might have otherwise been thrown out.
I'm gonna just layer these. And what's nice is that you took the shape, like,
yes,
this. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry. I think we're both just so
excited.
We're
going to say the same thing.
With this layout and not having to use soccer paper, you made it your own with this, just the shape of like the soccer ball shape.
I did, and I took the shapes that were cut out, I painted them gold, and I put some foam adhesive on the back. So to add some dimensions and to cover up some of the less than perfect spots, I can then place those so that now I'm getting more colors and layers going on, and I'm truly using every part of what got cut out here.
Well, this is a great, wonderful example of just how you can use your scraps, get creative. Again, even if you're not necessarily artistic or artsy or feel like painting's your thing, this is a nice, simple, clean way of adding that detail, that personal touch.
It really is, and that's my favorite thing about the machine. I am able to combine them with my own ideas and make my own stuff.
And now you are an artist.
I am, there we go.